Hello and welcome to today's segment of Partnership and Parenting. Today we're talking about power struggle. So there are many situations where parents find themselves in a power struggle with their children or their child. Today in particular we're talking about a situation where there's a power struggle over an opinion, you know, and it breaks out into an argument. And the parent finds themselves literally in an argument with their child. How do you avoid that? How do you prevent that from happening? How do you deal with that particular tool that this child now has in the power struggle to take a stand? You know, they have an opinion, they know how to take a stand, they know how to create a situation where you jump right in and have an argument, and you can become exhausted and worn down. And ultimately, maybe the child gets what they want that way, or they ultimately feel like they're winning. You know, they have some type of authority, they have some type of power, some type of voice. So all of these ideas that we're expressing when we are arguing with children are ideas that the child has some power in this situation. You know, we're helping guide them to understanding that they have as much power in the situation that we do. And therefore there becomes the struggle of the child wanting to gain a position of equal power and the parent maintaining their right to have more power because they're the adult. And therefore there lies the rub, there's the struggle. So how do we not put ourselves in a situation of struggling over power? First off, let's talk about what the power is, okay? Honestly, children have the power to make a decision on whether they're going to follow the rules or not. They either deal with the consequences or they don't. And that's pretty much what it is in this world today and how we're teaching children. So let's find another way to teach a child in order to guide them to behave in a way where they're more responsible. You know, they're more kind, they're more considerate, they're more aware of their choices and conscious of the choices that they're making. They're still growing, they're still learning. They do make mistakes, children do make mistakes, but then also a child can learn from their mistakes. So is the power struggle really necessary? If we look deeper into what's happening when there is a power struggle, somewhere the message was sent to the child through the adult's behavior that this is the only way that they can express their power. I know it's a tough thing to deal with, but you know, if your child has more opportunity to feel empowered, then they're less likely to look for an outlet and look for any little given opportunity to express themselves and take a stand. As a parent, we want our children to believe in what they believe in and take a stand. That is a wonderful characteristic of someone who's strong-minded. At the same time, we as parents would prefer that they take a stand in something that is more beneficial for them and the world around them. Being a better person, being a kinder person, doing something that has more positive consequences as opposed to negative, not harming themselves or harming other people. So when a child takes a stand on something that is going off in the direction of it not being the best choice, then ultimately they need more opportunity to take a stand and believe in something and make better choices and be paid attention to. You know, that's the thing about it, is when they are making better choices, how are we dealing with them? What is our response when they're making better choices? Do they really feel empowered when they're making better choices? So the more a child is in a position of taking a stand, making a better choice, getting the positive response and the positive consequences for their behavior, in going in a direction that has a better outcome for them, the more likely they're going to go in that direction because they're gaining something. There's always a consequence to a behavior. And ultimately, when a child is taking a stand and they're standing up for themselves and they're arguing, even though it may be something that is not in their best interest, they have a voice and you are listening. And they see that they have some type of power. So, this is the tip for today. Let's look for opportunities as parents to give our children that power, empowering opportunity that they need in order to feel like they're part of this world. They have a stake in this claim. They're individuals on this earth. They deserve to be respected. Children need an opportunity to express themselves and not only learn who they are, but be able to introduce themselves to other people and be respected. So when our children have more opportunities that way, we find ourselves less in a power struggle. And back to another response. Sometimes it's good to walk away. If you've had a power struggle over time and you're just now learning other ways to parent your children to empower them and give them those opportunities, it may be a little while before they give up on, the power struggle and looking for the argument. In the meantime, be careful. There's times where you can't walk away. You may be driving. So does the situation warrant a response right now? Is it an emergency? Think about those things when you're stepping into a situation with a child who's learned how to be argumentative. You want them to be able to maintain that ability because one day you might have a lawyer. But you want them to argue a case and stand up for what is the truth. I hope it helps. And this has been another segment on Partnership and Parenting. Have a great day. Goodbye.